Your phones. Hey, good evening, everyone who is tuned in live and watching us on Facebook. Hey, y'all. Thank you to all of those who have gathered to join us here today, this evening, for Just Among Us Sisters, hosted by Miss Latangela Williams and me, Miss Lydia Chapman at Selma Air. We are a dynamic duo who is going to bring you information, fun, and some really interesting conversation. So without further ado, I will toss it on over to Latangela.
Hi, guys, and welcome to Just Amongst Us Sisters and Brothers. And once again, we want to thank our amazing because I'm extra. So, we're going to. The question is the thing that you have to do. You're going to have to say your name and what is a red flag that your mate is cheating. You tell us your name, an interesting fact about yourself, and what is a red flag that your mate is cheating on you. My red flag, I would know if my man was cheating, is if he came home after a hard day's work smelling like fresh Irish Spring soap. Like, come on, dude. What you doing? Okay, so we're gonna start with this beautiful young lady here. Go ahead and tell us what your red flag is.
Well, as I have already said, my name is Lydia, and my red flag, and I think there's another person in this room who can agree because we had a whole conversation about this before we went live, is I have to say when he started turning that phone over. Ooh, all night, all day. You know, we used to just look at each other's phone. It's all good. But yeah, all of a sudden now the phone got to be face down.
Yeah. So we're gonna start. Miss Chrissy Harris, you want to tell us your red flag and tell us something about you? I was trying to turn this around. We can't turn it around.
You Technology is a beast. I don't know what to do with it.
Okay. Well, Christy, you want to come up and give us your red flag?
Hello. Again, my red flag would have to be the turning the phone down, face down, while we're sitting here having a good conversation. You know.
Turning the phone face down?
Yeah, having that phone turned face down.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a clue, baby.
Okay. Mr. Dante, come on up here. We're gonna ask you all to come up here so the people can see you.
Oh, we can see. We can see.
You can see him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just
Dante,
added
they
him.
can see you.
Yep.
My name is Dante Kingwood, and my red flag is she's not all over me no more. She's not doing that no more.
All right. Who do we have next?
Who's sitting next to you?
Me?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, who?
Yeah, no, Janae.
Janae?
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, we're going on
She not here.
to space. Go ahead.
Am I coming in from backstage or am I coming?
Yes. It's hot. I can't get to you.
Can you get to me to come up here?
You can.
Tell me.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, here you go. Now when she gets here, she
Oh.
yeah. Now I can see you.
Oh no, I can't see without my glasses. I have some. So, another person too. My red flag is live when it starts to be a series of lives or something like that.
Okay, Jennifer?
Also, can I use your red flag too?
Yes.
Thank you. Red flag. I mean, are we doing this?
This real.
This
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm trying to see what would be a big red flag for me. Like a change of schedule. Like, you know, they usually, or a change of routine. Like if they usually do it this way or do it that way, they usually come home on a certain route or come home at a certain time, and then something starts to change. Like, oh, I ran late at work, and you know they kept me over about 30, 45 minutes, and you know, like he got a job that, you know, as soon as the bell rings, they walk out. It's no reason for them to be held over. Or, ooh, my coworker get late every day. I don't know what's going on with him. He just late every day. I mean, something like that. A change of routine, if that's an example. But you know, I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one.
Absolutely.
Okay, who's next?
Mr. Snow.
Mr. Snowman?
How you know if she's cheating? How do you know if she's cheating?
I would say like probably y'all been dating 2 or 3 years, whatever, and y'all been having sex like the same way, and she just done went out there and met another guy. And he done gave it to her some different ways, and she been trial and different stuff too.
Okay. So she trying to change up how y'all do it.
No, what I'm saying is, you know, somebody else done gave her that spark.
Okay.
And she just, you know, trying to. Yeah, she coming. No, ain't no spiking up, but y'all been doing the same way for 3 or 4 years. And she come home and trying to do it a different way. Somebody else done put it to her.
Y'all hear that? We keeping it real tonight, baby.
Okay,
Chelsea, y'all pass the microphone. Yes.
Start arguments for no reason. He had somebody else to take it out. You know, he just can't sleep out his girlfriend or vice versa. She can't be with her man or she can't decide man to take it out on you. Just miscellaneous arguments. I'm sorry. It's confrontation for no reason. I would say that would be a sign that she needs to wake up.
Okay.
I agree with everything that's been said thus far. Those are great red flags. But since I have to add to the conversation, I'm going to say, if he started want to go like shopping by himself and stuff,
oh wow. Okay.
I literally have it on because I just think the men just see lying. They lie, they not going to the Russell stuff. The whole concept of a red flag is like the man himself. He just be old like basically.
Good evening.
Red flag for me would be when nothing we do is right.
Hello everybody. My name is Summer. For me, it would be going long periods of time without talking to you, and then they would sleep or they help their mama and
Okay.
all that, and then gaslighting me. I hate gaslighting, like trying to pick me back on you, like you the problem. So that's what
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you got a microphone.
You open this thing up to the people who are logged in watching live and are now this lady happens to be in the room. So she is watching live and logged in. But she got it right. And now, just to make sure that folks are aware that Sabre Sanctuary is located in the city of Selma, they do have a corporate office that is open to the public. So we want to make sure that folks know that, because there's not an opportunity, like they do have a shelter, but no, the address of the shelter is unknown. Okay, so we want to say congratulations to the young lady in the room who got it correct.
Who got it correct?
Denisha.
Answer is 72 Dallas Avenue, and Denisha, let Jennifer know what your cash app is. That's Jennifer right there. Okay, we're gonna move on. We have Jennifer is coming up with Love Shouldn't Hurt. So let's give Jennifer a hand as she comes in her own way. She is a domestic violence survivor. And Jen also did the beautiful decor that you see. Thank you, Jennifer.
Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all like that music?
Yes.
So, I like this song. It's like an anthem song. Y'all know that song? Can somebody tell me what song that is?
Survivor.
Yes. Well, you can let it down from Barack. I ain't gonna dance tonight because we gotta be strict on this camera here. You know, Lydia done posted me, so we ain't gonna let her do our victory dance. But I just want to say, y'all look so good. Y'all smell even better. I mean, my God. What y'all got on tonight? Bath and Body Works. See, where you going? You knew you were going home to somebody? No, that just was for you. It was just for you. Okay. How y'all doing? Listen, I usually, I'm a from the hip type of person. I'm not a person that's usually scripted or anything, but I like to start out with a bang and do something fun, because who really wants to talk about something that it was traumatizing to them? Who really wants something that really changed the trajectory of how they live their lives and the things that they do and how they do them and how they think and so forth and so on. So listen, so let me encourage someone. If you're going through something and it seems like it may be abusive, listen, don't wait. He's not gonna change, she's not gonna change, because domestic violence goes more than one way. It doesn't have a sexual, female or male orientation, plus, amen? So we wanna honor those people as well, because sometimes we don't think outside the box. We think that domestic violence is a man to a woman type of thing. And a lot of times we don't think about other concepts like a woman to a man, a woman to a woman, a male to a male, children, parents to children, etc., and then that goes into another level of abuse. But we ain't gonna get into that. Mine just domestic violence. We'll talk about that the other ones later, okay? Because I know they got a month for that, right? They got a month for everything. So listen, y'all. Let me tell you what were my key things that started with me. I can't speak for you. I can, in your experience, if you've experienced this, if you're a survivor, sometimes it's private. If you are a survivor and you want to share, you can, woo, yes, since I survived. But if you don't, that's all right. That's all right with me. It's just, this is my cause. And I just want to encourage someone who is in a situation where you feel like you're trapped, you can't get out, you can't get to a point of safety because of financial things, because you're afraid that they may hurt or harm you, all of those things. But the biggest thing is love shouldn't hurt. Somebody shouldn't be able to say mean and cruel and unusual things to you. Someone should not be able to strike you at all for any reason, because listen, I have to be able to be in control of me, and you have to be able to be in control of you. Nothing is ever your fault when someone else gets out of character. So a lot of the times we stay in situations because we think it's our fault. If we would have said it that way, he probably or she probably or they probably wouldn't have struck me, or they probably wouldn't have done that abusive behavior towards me. But a lot of times, it's just in their nature. And for those of you who think that they're gonna change or you can change them because you're so angelic, it's a lie. It's a lie. So face that right now. When somebody has an abusive nature, they have to get therapy and they have to get healing and they have to do the work for themselves. You can't fix them because they have to make up in their mind that they want to change. Love shouldn't hurt. Right?
Right.
Do y'all agree?
Yes.
Okay, so my last little point that I wanted to make, I'm gonna give you guys one of my key things that showed me that I was probably in an abusive relationship. It started like this. You know, why you wearing that, why you got your makeup on? I don't like when you wear that makeup like that. What, you wearing makeup today? That's how it started. That seems simple, right? That's not nothing. If he don't like makeup, you know, I can pull back on the mat, you know what I'm saying? So I started to pull back on the mat, y'all. Then he started to say, why you wearing your clothes like that? I mean, you couldn't put them on like this? And I'm like, I guess I'll change the way I look, because for one, he like, I mean, and then it started to be like, I like my toast this way. I'm just using an example. But the next time, I do it the same way. What you doing with this toast, man? You really gonna do my toast like that? And it's always, you never can please them. You never can appease them. You never can do enough to make them happy. You never, every time you think you got it, they change again. That was the start of the pattern of abuse. And then it was like, you know what? Who would that just walk by you? What? He looked like did y'all give each other the eye? You know what? When you get eye, and then I'll be like, baby, it'll start, baby, what you talking? Who you? Oh, Lord, I got slapped in the mouth. Lord have mercy. And in your mind, you're thinking, this mother just slapped me in the mouth. I got a big mouth, so I was kind of like, okay, I probably deserve that a little bit, because, you know, I pop off every now and then. So I started to normalize the abuse. I started to think, I did something, it was me. I could have done that better. But listen, y'all, I gotta get out of here. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right. I thought you would give me that cue. Mm-hmm. But I thought that I could fix that. I thought that I could fix and be enough. I thought if I keep improving, I won't make him angry. If I keep my head, I'm sorry, because I'm a rude person, I'm sorry. So, can they hear me? Can they hear me? Mm-hmm. They can hear me. As long as they can hear me, that's good. I started saying, if I can walk and I cannot look, I can stiff myself and I look to the side. When somebody passed by that I ain't never seen before in my whole entire life, maybe he won't feel like I'm cheating or I gave that person that we're gonna meet later on. I started to say, if I loosen my clothes over here and I pull this thing down over there, maybe he'll find me more powerful. Maybe if I take the makeup off and I look like a plain little Jane or whatever, nobody will look at me. Nobody will see me. I'll start to shrink. And what I started to do is shrink a little, shrink a little more, shrink a little more, shrink a little more. The more I would shrink, the less confidence I would have. And so the less confidence I would have, the more he would strike me. It became like I was his child. It was like, oh, you did something wrong? Oh, then that cycle of abuse would never get better. It'd be like, I'm so sorry, I never did it, baby. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna do it no more, baby. Just take me back one more time. I ain't gonna do this no more. I love you, girl. You know I love you. I'm gonna get you like this. I'm gonna act you like this. I'm gonna be like this. If you don't love me, if I didn't love you the way I loved you. And I said, love should hurt now, right? I said that, right? But I was thinking that that was love because that's all I ever knew. And parents, talk to your children about what love is. And if you don't know, get some therapy so you can teach your children what love
slide in here. Dante, let's go.
Well, yeah. When we speaking of sexy, we talking physical. So, use the base word sex. So if you put in our mind, if you make us think about sex in our mind, that's sexy. You can enhance your sexy by, wearing certain clothes or smelling a certain way and things like that. But sexy is basically the physical makeup that makes a man's mind go to sex. If you ask him about sex. Yeah, y'all quiet. Y'all say something wrong? Y'all taking notes or what? I think they write it down. Sexy clothes, smell good.
Red flag. You got red flag.
When you said that, all about women are thinkers. So
Uh-huh.
when you said that, we thinking, so all this nigga wanted from me was
You said, hey, you can ask me fine, you can ask me beautiful, you ask me sexy. So I gave you the answer for sexy. If y'all don't think that's what men think, I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's why when they get to saying, hey, sexy, set up. Set up.
Hey, take it how you want to. Take it how you want to.
Set up.
Let's go. Who's next? Lamar, no man.
Give it to him.
he trying to stay awake over here. He's been up since 5 o'clock.
4:30. I'm gonna have to say, I just love a good smelling woman. A woman that smell like, I know some people in my smoke, but I don't think a woman should smell, her hair and stuff should smell like cigarettes and all that stuff there. I just love a good smelling woman. And she'll just be my lunch, dinner, and breakfast. I just love
He gave it to me. Okay, who is that?
Y'all go together and just go get checked. Because at the end of the day, you out here cheating.
Wait. Let's repeat that question again, because see, the online audience is like, wait, we can't hear, we want to be there. So, what was that question?
The question is, I cheated on my wife and I have contracted an STD. How do I know if I got it from her or if she gave it to me and she was out there cheating?
So first off, we're gonna say you a whole red flag with yourself. But you gotta see you. Go to the doctor. You need to go take yourself get checked, and you need to step up and tell your wife, like, hey, I cheated on you. I don't know what you did out here, but I know what I did. We need to go out here, we're gonna get tested together, we're gonna get this medication or whatever the case is, and whatever happens after that, you take it now. I don't know if she ain't gonna clock a few times, she gonna tell you to get your stuff and get out. But you gotta man up and take that, because you did.
But it'll be worse. It's gonna be a lot. I think it'll be a lot worse if you find out that she gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? He asked me the question, and that's the answer. You got to see it through, bro. Like, you got to take both of them up there. It's a good opportunity to put everything out there. Get both of them up there, and you just, hey, stop cheating, bro. Stop cheating.
No, go together.
Everybody, the whole
It's the key to this, unprotected sex. And I mean, can we talk about that? Can we talk about unprotected? For one, why y'all out here cheating and ain't no protection? So how did you get an STD if y'all both wearing protection? So let me tell you something. If you're gonna cheat, you need to put some protection. And it's more than just STDs out there. Then you want an extramarital child. I mean, there's so many other. This got a lot of little tabs to it, because if you got STD, then that means you've been having unprotected. You out there cheating, having unprotected sex. So that is an issue in itself. Protect yourself if you're gonna be out there. If you're gonna cheat, you got to cheat. Can you please wear protection and cover yourself, because a lot of the times this is we all know why we're here. We know that this organization that we're here for, that if you have to be down there in their office, they're gonna take care of you, but why have to go through that? Why have to put your partner through something that you don't have to go through? Take care of yourself. I know you get trusted with your partner, but sometimes, but the cheat part, that means you out there with somebody else. So protect yourself so you can protect yourself from STDs in the future. If this should be something that you can get rid of.
Right.
So that's my key to you. Welcome, sir.
All right. Anybody else on the panel want to answer?
You said,
Red flag.
Okay.
Gonna say it right
And he said what he said.
He said men.
He said what he said.
Men.
Not boys, that's right. Okay, so you're right. Like, men do what they're supposed to do. I've seen the both. That's a married boy.
indeed.
Okay. The next question. How do you all feel about open marriages and open relationships? What's too much?
That's a conversation between you and that person. That's real.
Wait, we got a lot of comments here on this here. Come on, hold on.
I actually think that is a conversation to have with you and your partner. It's also not a good idea. Because if you're having an open relationship with you and your partner, that person's having an open relationship with them and their partner, it's just too many ways for STDs to spread. I don't think it's a great idea, but it's something that people have. If it's something that's respectful in your relationship, then I think that is something that's up to you and the person that you personally feel.
All right.
All right. Choices. Red flag. It is not on your red flag.
Well, just like she said, piggyback on what she said, that is a conversation between the relationship that you also have to have. And then also, people become jealous. Yeah, people become jealous because, again, somebody's going to feel some type of way being with the other person. Of course, money issues are going to come up. So a lot of things are going to come up in that open relationship. So again, that is a conversation between those two people or 3, 4 people that they have to have that conversation. And I am against it because I'm not sharing nobody. I'm not sharing.
So what about polygamy?
Polygamy? It's illegal.
In
Utah, maybe not in Utah, but it does happen. But no, I don't agree with it. You love who you love. I mean, and I understand people have heart, you have heart ties and soul ties with other people. But however, if you decided you want to be with that person, that one person, then you express that. If you don't want to be with them, like our DJ said, be a grown person and tell them, and be upfront. I want to end this relationship. Do it right and be upfront and not do it on the back end and they don't know and you just ghost them. So I think that polygamy, no.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Dante,
You got another question?
Dante, you want to answer that one?
Yeah, I answer. Yeah, I'll say
No.
I don't need money.
Okay.
When it comes to polygamy, like everybody said, it's according to you and your partners, your mates or whatever. If you're a jealous person, polygamy is not gonna be for you from the beginning, you know. But people make it work. People make it happen, and we're not living in a traditional world anymore. I know a lot of us look for what our grandmas and granddads had and things like that, but younger people are exploring different ways to do it. We don't know whether we got it right or not until we see the results. You know what I'm saying? And they analyzed the results that they saw from us, and they chose to go a different path. Can we blame them for that? Maybe, maybe not. It's according because you have to bring religion into it and then things like that. But these days, people are making a decision to have polygamous relationship, and not just men with two women, it's women with two men. But I just say, if you can agree to it, you don't get jealous in the situation. Everybody, the finances ain't a situation. Because if you really think about it, if everybody is on the same page, it should be better. You should be helping each other. And that is no reason to even do it anyway. So I just say perhaps.
It's complicated.
Perhaps. Yeah. Everybody got to be on the same page.
Relationship that works well, and it's not complicated. So I think when it's a lifestyle that works for you,
Yeah.
do what works for you. Because what we learn in the South and what we learn in the Bible Belt is how marriage should be assigned and how things should be assigned. But we're living in a world where people don't choose religion. They don't choose Christianity. So think about it in this term, like I said, like I would say, what I tell myself when I meet someone who is different from me or have a different religion or different thoughts. Think about this when you think about other people. Would you want them to judge you on the basis that you're a Christian and you have a Christian value? Would you want them to be able to snatch away your values and belittle your values because you're different from them when you are the minority?
Yeah, if Christian.
And see what's going to happen, what is happening is Christianity is becoming the minority. People are having more spiritual basis and more spiritual stepping stones that they choose an alternative to Christianity. So what we have to realize is we're getting to be the few. Maybe we may not, it may not always be like that, but we're becoming a minority for those of us who have Christian values. But do I have tolerance for people that are different from me? Absolutely. Do they have those choices? And do I say it doesn't work? Yes, I've seen it work and I've seen it be successful. It's just not for me. But that doesn't mean it's not successful just because you don't believe in it. It just means that that's just like a person who's an atheist. They don't believe in God, but they're a millionaire. They're living their best life. They do philanthropy. They treat people well. They're better than Christians that I know. So you have to remember that just because people are different and they have different thought patterns or different religious bases and stuff, that doesn't mean they're going to fail. That just means that they're different from you and what you're doing is working for you, right? So Icy always tells me, she always said, don't yuck other people's yum. So that's her biggest thing. Remember that when you go out in the world. She said, I may like ice cream on my fries. You may just want salt or no salt at all. So always remember that when you go out into the world and be able to communicate with people and do business with people if you're business minded, that everybody's not like you. And Christianity is actually becoming the minority. But remember, for them to respect you, you have to respect them.
Another question.
Right. Yeah. So the next question is, men, when you all cheat, why do you downgrade? Not saying that any of y'all is a cheat, but they said when men cheat, why do they downgrade? I guess
31 to 30 to 20. Applebee's and purses. Well, this woman want a whole mortgage paid, bills paid, and her savings. The mic went out. My bad. Her savings. Money. That's more time. I'm not being the same person that I'm being with this other person. I mean, that's just what I think. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's just the opinion. It's not a fact. Come on, guys. You got it. When they leave their woman or cheat, they downgrade.
She sound like.
Why would men when they cheat, they
Like you leave a PhD for GED.
Sometimes all men appear to be downgraded to somebody is the upgrade that they have.
Of a look, it's because they're not. It's not just because they're just going out there. And maybe, like you said, that woman might be giving him the attention that he wants. He's not getting
I just didn't know.
Because I was thinking about it. You may be that you want to say me or this and at some point you get something, but at the same thing I think about how people nagging a man, you telling him you need to do this, you need to do that. He's stepping out on him because he ain't got to hear that. So give him peace too. And if you're not giving them peace and you're not making them feel like they're that man and they're doing what they're supposed to do for you, they're gonna go and seek it elsewhere. And if they ain't got it, you can be mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here with this 21-year-old. I ain't gonna cook. Oh my God. Like, hey, I'm over here with this 21-year-old. I'm coming home to you cooking.